Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Libby Smith, and I want to welcome you both on behalf of the Perkasie Patchwork Coffeehouse Board and Perkasie Mennonite Church. Thanks so much for tuning in to the concert tonight. The coffeehouse is an outgrowth of the church. And of course, normally, back in the good old days before COVID, that's where we would all be. We'd all be in the fellowship hall, you'd be enjoying each other's company. I'd actually be out in the kitchen serving up the pie and the coffee for your enjoyment. And we really hope that we will be back together doing that again in the fall. It's been tough the last couple of years because the mission here at Perkasie Patchwork isn't just about great music, although that's a big piece of it, but it's also about the bridges we build and the relationships that we create when we come together around celebrating our love of that music. So it's been tough, but it's been tough for a lot of people in a lot of places, and we're still here. We're so grateful you're still here, and we've got a great night for you tonight. Cliff will tell you more about our performers tonight, two fabulous local musicians, ROLLY Brown and Dave Fry. But I will just say they're going to do a set together as a special tribute to Bill Staines, the late, great Bill Staines, who we lost this year, who was so well beloved in the folk community. He played Perkasie Patchwork more than once over the years, will be sorely missed among musicians. So it's great to have a chance to remember and honor him tonight. I want to just add one note about our upcoming show in April. It was originally put out that it would be on April 16. That date has been changed to April 9. So please change your calendar for our April 9 concert with the Bella Silva Folk Collective. And one last thing, we don't sell tickets for these virtual concerts. We rely on your generosity to make donations as you're able. And there's a banner scrolling across your screen somewhere that should tell you exactly how you can do that. So I hope you will follow those instructions and give what you're able to help keep us solvent, help us keep folk music alive and lively here in the community, and help support the musicians who bring us so much joy. So now I'll turn it over to Cliff. Have a fabulous evening.
Thank you, Libby. It's really great to be here again. It's my great honor to introduce Dave Fry. Dave Fry is a great folk musician in our area, and he also is the proprietor and founder of Godfrey Daniels Coffeehouse, which is up in Bethlehem. Godfrey Daniels is a really important place for me in my life. When I first moved to the Lehigh Valley in the mid-'80s, I started attending concerts there, and I formed a blues band called Crosscut Saul, which I played drums on, and the person I met there was Steve Ricker, and then after that, I helped form a band called Steel City Strings with my friend Jesse, who I met at the open mic. And if you're into open mics, the Godfrey Daniels open mic is absolutely the best one. And then Daybreak, which is a band that I still play in, we met Rob and Annalisa there during the Celtic Ceilidh, which was an open Irish music folk jam that we used to have. Anyways, it's a really great place, and we have modeled the Perkasie Patchwork Coffeehouse to a degree after Godfrey Daniels Coffeehouse. We only do 6 shows a year, and we're really happy to have ROLLY Brown and Dave Fry.
Okay. Howdy, friends. Hey, welcome to the Perkasie Patchwork Coffeehouse, and big thanks to Libby and Cliff for inviting me to spend some time here in Morningstar Studios with my friend ROLLY Brown. A little bit later, we're going to do some Bill Staines songs. But I'm going to start off here with a great little song called Don't Call Me Early in the Morning. Song you can sing along to and live by. Here we go. A man is a man. He needs his relaxation from rising so early at the dawn. But the fact of the matter, tomorrow is a Sunday, so I'll be rolling along. Sad the lad, he can't be contented. He has it all, but must have more. He fills himself with pills to retire worth $1 million and falls asleep when he is 64. Don't call me early in the morning. Call me what you want to, but leave me alone. Don't call me early in the morning. Leave me till the cows are coming home. Fair is fair, and I've had me share, but me nerves are getting on me nerves. If you don't have a pillow with a white swan feather, the corner will do to rest me head. Here we go. Don't call me early in the morning. Call me what you want to, but leave me alone. Don't call me early in the morning. Leave me till the cows are coming home. Just a gentle warning for tomorrow morning. No loud noises banging on me door. Cars with no exhausts, chickens with a whooping cough, and milkman man whistling out of tune. Here we go. Don't call me early in the morning. Call me what you want to, but leave me alone. Don't call me early in the morning. Leave me till the cows are coming home. Don't call me early in the morning. Call me what you want to, but leave me alone. Don't call me early in the morning. Leave me till the cows are coming home. Leave me till the cows are coming home. All right, almost got through that one. I'm going to do another one. Do a little tuning here for this one. I'm lucky in that I get to play for adults and kids. And in fact, when I play for kids, everything I learned playing for kids, I learned playing in bars. You know, get them up dancing, put a bottle in front of them, and everything's going to be all right. This was written by a friend of mine from Connecticut by the name of Kent Aldridge. And I said, Kent, that's a great kid's song. And he said, well, you know, it's a good adult song, too, because it's called Giants. And kids love being scared just a little bit, get spookified just a little bit when they're in control. But adults have giants in their lives too, especially during the last 2 years. I have a part for you. I'm going to say they're big. I want to hear it back to me. Zoom. You're sitting in a Zoom room. Just let it out. They're big. They're big. They're bad. They're bad. And they're giants. And here you get to make spooky noises, all right? You got your woo or ha, or mix them up, all right? And work on your harmonies if you were there with somebody else, all right? Giants, here we go. The giants are coming, man. You better run. They're big, mean, and ugly. They hate having fun. Those big guys love the darkness, and they despise the light. The Stomp away your happiness, leave you screaming in the night because they're big, they're big, they're bad, and they're giants. They're big, they're bad, and they're giants. They got bloodshot eyes falling out of their knobby little heads. Their teeth are green and ugly, and their breath will knock you dead. Houses are leveled by their old stinky boots. Trees knocked down and twisted and uplifted by the roots. 'Cause they're big, they're bad, and they're giants. Ooh. They're big, they're bad, and they're giants. All right, spooky noises. Whoa. There you go. All right, here comes the band. I can hear them 100 miles away. I feel the earth tremble. I hear the dogs bay. Oh. When the giants are upon you, how dark is the night? You'll sweat like a worm. You'll scream with fright because they're big, they're bad, and they're giants. Ha ha ha. They're big, they're bad, and they're giants. Well, when you're certain they're gonna get you, man, I know how that feels. But I'm here today at Perkasie Patchwork to tell you they're not real, because I've never seen one. And I know that I'm right. I'll tell you this right now, but maybe not tonight, because they're big, they're bad, and they're giants. They're big, they're bad, and they're giants. Spooky noises, here we go. Whoa. Good job. Kind of got scared myself. I did. Well, I'm going to invite my friend Cliff Cole to come up and join me on this next song. We talked about Godfrey Daniels and Coffeehouse in Bethlehem. This song was written by a gentleman from Canada that came through several times back in the late 70s and very early 80s by the name of Stan Rogers. He came through with his brother Garnet Rogers, who still tours somewhat curtailed because of the pandemic, though. But this one is a great little tune. And amazingly enough, yes, it's called Giant, singular on this one. And in lieu of a pipe band, Cliff is going to sit in for the pipers on this one. Here we go. Cold wind on the harbor and rain on the road. Wet promise of winter brings recourse to coal. There's a fire in the blood and a fog on Brador. The giant will rise with the moon. 'Twas the same ancient fever in the Isles of the Blessed that our fathers brought with them when they went west. It's the blood of the druids that never will rest. The giant will rise with the moon. Crash the glass down, move with the tide. Young friends and old whiskey are burning inside. Crash the glass down, Bengal will rise with the moon. In inclement weather, the people are fey. 3,000-year stories as the night slips away. Remember, Fingal is not far away. The giant will rise with the moon. The wind's in the north, there'll be a new moon tonight, and we'll have no circle to dance in its light. So light a torch, bring a bottle, and build the fire bright. The giant will rise with the moon. Crash the glass down, move with the tide. Young friends and old whiskey are burning inside. Crash the glass down, Bengal will rise with the moon. Was the same ancient fever in the Isles of the Blessed when our fathers brought with them when they went west. It's the blood of the druids that never will rest. The giant will rise with the moon. Cliff, thanks. Thanks for the atmospherics. Well, I got one more here. I'm going to do a song I wrote. And it's about one of my heroes, one of my mentors, in a way. One of my muses, and that would be Pete Seeger. And when I go into schools, the first thing I say is, I talk about Pete, and I saw him in a concert when I was living near Albany, New York, and the first thing he came out and said, there was like only 10 people in the audience along the river there, He says, here's your part. And I just kind of went, whoa, what? And what he said reminded me of how I work with kids. He said that it's not so important to have music in people's ears. It's more important to have it on their lips, because that's an extra level of attention. And that's really important. So when I get the kids involved, when I play for the kids, I get them singing, and I put it not only on their lips, but in their hips, get them up dancing. This is called Lessons from Pete. Here we go. I first met this folk singer along the river in my old hometown. He was just a man with a banjo, but he shook my whole world round. He says it's the singing, not the listening, that forged these human bonds. And when we sing together, we make our community strong. Now his banjo red, music surrounds hate and drains its fearsome power. And his voice sang, we could save the world if we let each other flower. And his songs of old are not so cold as to be different than from today. But it was his spirit moved me to be the musician I am today. Now there's places where this music still happens, be it coffee house, tavern, or home. It doesn't have to cook under hot stage lights. It's the feeling that's got to be warm. Because it's the sharing and the caring that makes folk music ring so true. And these times we spend together are so precious and so few. Now, traveling all these miles, I have time to think about my odd vocation. Sing-alongs, goof-alongs, pick and patter, perspiration. It's the work of a troubadour, nothing more, spreading music from town to town. But I got a lot of folks in my gig bag to keep my feet on solid ground. So celebrate your troubadour who comes rambling through your town, singing songs together, passing tunes around. To Stan and Gamble, Hartford, Pete Seeger too. But it still comes down to you and me in this room making old music new. Now there's places where this music still happens, be it coffee house, tavern, or home. It doesn't have to cook under hot stage lights. The feeling gotta be warm, because it's the sharing and the caring that makes folk music ring so true. And these times together are so precious and so few. I first met Pete Seeger along the river in my old hometown. He was just a man with a banjo, but he shook my whole world round. Thanks, friends. Stay tuned for my friend ROLLY. He's coming up next.
Wow, that was a really great set by Dave Fry. I really enjoy that song he wrote about Pete Seeger. I saw Pete Seeger many times. Unfortunately, not at Godfrey Daniels. I didn't know about Godfrey Daniels then. But anyways, it's very much a pleasure to introduce my good friend, ROLLY Brown. ROLLY is another important person in my life. He has been my guitar instructor, but he's a good friend, and I followed him up to the Summer Acoustic Music Week, which is called SAMW, which is a camp up in New Hampshire on Lake Winnipesaukee. And it's where you go if you really want to learn how to play the guitar and sing. And they have other instruments to play up there, violin, mandolin, whatnot. So I highly suggest it, and they're actually going to do it live this year. But ROLLY has been a very important performer for the Perkasie Patchwork Coffeehouse. He's played for us several times. We're kind of in his backyard, if you will. So please, let's give a nice Perkasie welcome out there in virtual land. Let's have some nice texting and emojis and all that for ROLLY Brown.
So hi there, I'm ROLLY Brown, as Cliff announced, and Cliff is an old friend, and I'd like to thank him and Rob and all the folks here for having me aboard. What you just saw was a consummate performance by my old buddy Dave Fry. That's real folk music you saw right there that draws the listener in and gets you into being part of the music. I'm not as good at that. I'm used to having people just sit and listen. But if you want to like hum along or play your guitar as long as you're muted, that's fine, you know. So I'm going to sing some songs that I wrote for you today. And they're all straight from my heart, and a little bit about my personal history is in each of them, so, or pretty much. So this first one, here we go. Let me get positioned here. Now I used to live a hepcat life. I had a lot of drama, a lot of strife, staying in some cheap abode. The rent gets spent and you hit the road. Catch a ride out of town, miss your baby and you feel so down. Call her number and you get some guy. Just shrug your shoulders and go get high. Play the guitar till 3 a.m. Breakfast at noon and then you start again. Late nights at the diner with friends to see, for laughter and camaraderie. The sun went down, I was at my best. The sun came up, well that's when I'd rest. Now I get up with the dawn. I end up working all day long. I don't quite know why or when I became a model citizen. Life used to be messy in many ways, but boy, I sure miss those hepcat days. Yes, I used to live a hepcat life. I had a lot of drama, a lot of strife. Life was messy in many ways, but boy, I sure miss those hepcat days. So that's a little song about my hepcat days. I'm going to dig out a flat pick here. Now, this old guitar I've got here with me today, I was once teaching at a guitar camp down in the South, and all the other teachers had shiny guitars, and I had this. And one of the students came up to me at some point and said, "That guitar you're playing, that looks like you got it off the wall at a Cracker Barrel." So that may be so, but this guitar's got some character and some age. Built in 1934, when a new Gibson LOO, which was this model, the cheapest guitar they made, sold for $37. And a lot of people over the years, they've then asked, well, what's the story on that guitar? And so this song will tell you that story. Now that young boy must have worked mighty hard, saved $37 for a new guitar. And when he got her, she looked pretty plain, just cheap white paint for the Gibson name. Well, he played on the streets for quite a while. Then he got called up by the Army Corps, and dodging the draft was not his style. So him and that Gibson went to war. She could tell some tales if she could speak of where she's been and what she's seen. She can make these walls and windows shake. She don't speak, but she sure can sing. Now he came back from the war alive, but he traded her in on a J45. Then a tough young woman had her for a while. She played the blues in the Memphis style. Now she was living a juke joint life. She became a country singer's wife. And he strummed that Gibson without much taste. And he strummed the finish right off her face. Now in 1960 she got sold. By then she was looking pretty old. And a folk singer had her by his side when he went down on the Freedom Ride. Now that was hard traveling, I declare. He was lucky not to get murdered there. And way down south on a silent, violent night, her back got stove in a fight. She could tell some tales if she could speak of where she's been, what she's seen. She can make these walls and windows shake. She don't speak, she sure can sing. Now I found her in a pawn shop, priced to sell. They weren't asking much, 'cause she looked like hell. Well, I tuned her up, I struck a chord. All I could say was, oh my Lord. 'Cause now she sounds like a wise old sage. Some things only come with age, and most of them people are dead and gone. But this old Gibson still lives on. She could tell some tales if she could speak, where she's been, what she's seen. She can make these walls and windows shake. She don't speak, she sure can sing. So that's the story of my 34 Gibson. And that and the song I did before, and at least one more, are on this new CD that I just put out called Rolly Brown Songwriter. And that's a departure for me. I've always kind of been known as a guitar picker. So if you're interested in it, you could go to Rolly Brown, that's one word, .bandcamp, BANDCAMP.com, rollybrown.bandcamp.com. And you could order a digital copy, or you can order a hard copy, which comes with the digital copy. That's the end of my promotional speech for tonight. I want to say hi to all the folks from Raleigh World. I do 3 online concerts every week, and they're simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. And over the couple years, I started doing them at the beginning of the pandemic as a way that people who were tucked away in their houses could have a little social contact. And it's become a really lovely little community of people. Some of them I knew in elementary school, some of them I knew from guitar camps, some of them I knew from teaching them Tai Chi, some of them I knew from being their acupuncture teacher, some of them they came over from friends of mine who had streams. And now they all know each other. They're all over the place. And often they just chat away on the concert while I'm playing, and they talk to each other. It's very quiet, so I'm not offended. And stop by sometime if you like, but that CD is dedicated to them. And to the memory of my wife, Janice McKenzie, and my late dog, Suki the dog, also. So speaking of dogs, I'm going to play you an instrumental now. And this one is not on the CD, but it's a lot of my instrumentals were named after dogs. And I had a dog named Django. He was an Australian Kelpie. He was a good old dog. And he had a ball that he would bring to you, and he'd want you to throw it for him. So I wrote him an instrumental, and I called it Django's Ball. And for the aficionados of gypsy jazz, they always think I'm talking about a gypsy celebration. But no, it's about my dog and his ball. So this is Django's Ball. So that's Django's Ball. And I have one more tune for you, and then Dave's going to come up and join me, and we're gonna do some Bill Staines songs for y'all. So this is another tune off the CD. I did a lot of songwriting during the pandemic. It was one of the ways I tried to retain my sanity. This is part of that. One last look in the rearview mirror as westward you move on. The past recedes, it's just a whisper. Since December you've been gone. Keep your foot off the brake. Don't slow down for heaven's sake. Mind the road up ahead. Don't dwell on what was said. It ain't no use to cry. Just say goodbye to the rearview mirror. It ain't no use to cry. Just say goodbye to the rearview mirror. There's a horse out in the field as the wind begins to rise and dark clouds are rolling. And though you've lost something dear, the air begins to clear and a new day is unfolding. Let the tailwind drive you on, feel the engine's mighty hum. Later on you'll chase the sun until the day is done. Up ahead, the big sky, just lean in and don't ask why. Keep your foot off the brake, don't slow down, for heaven's sake. It ain't no use to cry, just say goodbye to the rearview mirror. It ain't no use to cry, just say goodbye. So that's called The Rearview Mirror. And we'll bring this little set to a close. And pretty soon, Dave will join me up here, and we will play some Bill Staines tunes for y'all. Thanks a lot for listening.
Well, that was a really nice set by ROLLY. And ROLLY, I'm sorry, in that rearview mirror song, you told me not to cry, but I still was crying. These two performers have done a really great job for us for the Perkasie Patchwork Coffeehouse. We really appreciate that. And now they're going to work together and honor our friend who has passed, Bill Staines. I had the honor of running the sound for Bill Staines at Godfrey Daniels and also at Perkasie Patchwork Coffeehouse. And he was always just such a fun and easy person to work with, and his songs meant so much to me and to so many people that I know, and I like to sing a few of his songs. But ROLLY and Dave are gonna tell about their experiences with his music too, and we're just really honored to be able to honor our friend.
Well, it is an honor to not only share the stage with ROLLY. Nice set, ROLLY.
Thank you, sir.
Can I touch your guitar?
And you too.
I won't.
Don't
hurt
scratch it.
Don't scratch it. Anyway, this is one of Bill's great songs, and it's been around a long, long time. I remember when Bill called up Godfrey Daniels back in the late 70s, and I answered the phone, and he goes, "Hi, this is Bill Staines. I'd like to play your club." And I went, "Whoa, Bill Staines." There was like, because he was already just well known on the circuit way back then, and eventually he played Godfrey's 64 times. So it was really got to be a friend, because we'd sit around while he changed strings or do his sound check, and we'd talk about life on the road. And what was interesting, being a local player, he was interested in what people like Rolly and I do musically in our area. And that's the one thing I've picked out, is that there's a mesh between the people who are touring all the time, like Bill was, and the local folks who are playing all the time. And they don't always get to meet, but it's those little nexus between the player that's touring and the player that's at home. So this one's called All God's Critters Got a Place in the Choir. And this one has made it into choir books. It goes like this. Here's the chorus. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws, or anything they got now. Oh, listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croak. Hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do. The old cow just goes moo. Dogs and the cats take up the middle where the honeybee hums. Cricket fiddles, pony neighs, and the donkey brays. The old coyote howls. Here we go. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws. Come on, Raleigh. Oh, listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croak. Hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do. The old cow just goes moo. Dogs and the cats take it up the middle where the honeybee hums. Cricket fiddles, pony neighs, and the donkey brays. The old coyote howls. Here we go. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws, or anything you got now. Oh, listen to the top where the little birdies sing on the melodies with the high notes ringing. Hoot owl howls over everything. Jaybird disagrees. They're singing in the nighttime, singing in the day. Little duck quacks and he's on his way. Possum don't have much to say. Porcupine talks to himself. Here we go. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands. Can we do it faster? Here we go. All God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing higher, sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, paws, or anything they got now. Good singing, all right. You got an extra verse on that one too. How about that? Yeah. What do you got there, Raleigh?
Well, I'm gonna. I only met Bill a couple times. I saw Bill really way back in the 70s, and at that time, his performing persona, he wasn't yet recognized as a great songwriter, and his big way of closing the show was that he was a champion yodeler.
That's right.
And I'm not going to yodel for you, don't worry. But, and I have to say, I was very glad when he kind of let that go. And you know, after people realized what a masterful songwriter he was, then he didn't have to yodel anymore. And I've been studying songwriting a lot over the last couple of years, and studying it very rigorously, you know. And looking at his songs, he was a genius at it. He just really knew how to put together a song. So, and this one is about Savannah, the city. I used to go through Savannah quite a bit at one time, and he captured the town. He just, you know, short of reading Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, you won't get a better feel for Savannah than just listening to this song. So here we go. Savannah, sing your song for me, that lazy tune in the live oak trees. In my heart you'll always be a sunny southern girl. I watch your river slip away, come follow me, it seems to say. Like Mercer's moon on a magic day, we'll be off to see the world. I can hear your Sunday steeple bells ring out the tunes that I know so well. Hear the voices rise and the praises swell. Neath the neon Jesus saves. Beneath your blue and endless skies, the seabirds call and the time slips by. The shrimp boats leave on the morning tide and roll out across the waves. I was told that sometime way back when, with your beauty bold and your pride unbent, you were given to as a present to a president while the war around you swirled. Savannah, sing your song for me, that lazy tune in the live oak trees. You're older now, but you'll always be that sunny southern girl. Along your quaint and quiet streets, 'neath silver moss the lovers meet. On flowered paths by the jasmine sweet, they step out across the squares. Magnolias shade the old cafe from the burning sun at the height of day. I've been gone so long, now I'm on my way to Savannah ever fair. I was told that sometime way back when, with your beauty bold and your pride unbent, you were given as a present to a president while the war around you swirled. Savannah, sing your song for me, that lazy tune in the live oak trees. You're older now, but you'll always be that sunny southern girl. You're older now, but you'll always be that sunny southern girl.
Wow, what a great song, really. Since you're capo, do you want to do Wyoming Home while you're there?
We could do that, sure.
Let me get my mandolin and do that.
And this is another song that's just, he just wrote the hell out of it, man. He just nailed it. And I was thinking about it, you know, and here's this guy who's writing this song about being a rodeo rider and going back to his sweet Wyoming home. He lived in New Hampshire.
Right.
What did he know about rodeos? Well, he knew enough.
He also said that there's a truck stop in Wyoming where this song is on the jukebox and has been there for 25, 30 years. So it's still a big hit in somewhere Wyoming.
Cool. So here's the thing about this. Dave and I have carefully rehearsed this song. Well, I'd like to say we at least played through it once, but that would be a lie. So you're going to get to hear both the rehearsal and the performance.
That's right.
And so, Dave, I'm going to give you
We've got your money already, so it's...
right. But you can still donate more. There's a banner at the bottom of the screen. So there's a place where there's a little bridge
Right.
that ends with "You don't give a damn." You're going to take a break after that.
Oh, okay.
A whole verse.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad I practiced then.
That's good. Yeah. Well, there's a silence on the prairie that a man can't help but feel. There's a shadow growing longer now and nipping at my heels. For I know that soon that old 4-lane that runs beneath my wheels will take me home to my sweet Wyoming home. Well, I headed down the road last summer with a few old friends of mine. They hid all the money, I didn't make a dime. You know, the entry fees, they took my dough. The traveling took my time, and I'm headed home to my sweet Wyoming home. Watch the moon smiling in the sky, hum a tune, a prairie lullaby, a peaceful wind, an old coyote's cry, a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. Now the rounders, they all wish you luck when they know you're in a jam. But your money's riding on the bull, and he don't give a damn. Take it, boy. Mr. Dave Fry, give him a big hand, folks. Well, there's shows in all the cities turn your heart to clay. It takes all a man can muster just to try and get away. And the songs I'm used to hearing ain't the kind the jukebox plays. Now I'm headed home to my sweet Wyoming home. Watch the moon smiling in the sky, hum a tune, a prairie lullaby, a peaceful wind, a old coyote's cry, a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. You know, I've always loved the riding, there ain't nothing quite the same. Another year may bring the luck, the winning of the game. But there's a magpie on a fence rail, he's calling out my name, called me home to my sweet Wyoming home. Watch the moon, being in the sky, hum a tune, prairie lullaby, a peaceful wind, an old coyote's cry, a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. It's a song of home, my sweet Wyoming home. Thanks for joining in on that vocal too.
Right. Yeah.
Nice break.
Well, you can't do a Bill Stain set without saluting the people that come and sing. I've never heard an audience like a Bill Stain's audience, and Cliff knows about that. They come ready to sing, and they're ready to sing in, thank you, 5-part harmony, and they'll sing on the verses. And one of the most fulfilling moments I've had at Godfrey's is to sit in the back of the room while Bill Staines is in the house and hear that room just vibrate with harmonies and love. And it was just a remarkable experience. I got to open for him, and it turned out to be just the best audience you could ever open for, because they were just ready there to take it all in and sing. So it's a real pleasure to give a salute to Bill Staines.
Yeah, for both of us here.
He was a road warrior, a great songwriter, and nobody could figure out how he played guitar.
Yeah, upside down.
I was watching YouTube today trying to learn one of these songs, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, some people, they play the guitar upside down and they switch the strings, so it's just like watching somebody in a mirror, but I don't think Bill did that. He just flipped it over and played it, him and Libba
Played
Cotton.
bass,
Yeah.
strumming up. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
very unnerving.
yeah.
Well, this is a great song, and it's a wonderful sing-along song. It's called Roseville Fair. So I do hope that you will sing along with this. Oh, the night was clear, and the stars were shining, and the moon come up, so quiet in the sky. All the people gathered round, and the band was tuning. I can hear them now, singing Coming Through the Ride. And they danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their whistling tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. You were dressed in blue, and you looked so lovely, just a gentle flower of a small town girl. You took my hand, and we danced to the music with a single smile. You became my world, and we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, I still remember when we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. All right, Raleigh. Now we courted well, and we courted dearly, and we'd rock for hours on the front porch chair. Then a year went by from the time I met you, and I made you mine at the Roseville Fair. So here's a song for all you lovers. Here's a tune that you can share. May you dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, the way we did at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seem to fill the air. So long ago, I still remember how we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. How we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Thank you, Bill Staines. And thanks for all you folks for coming by tonight, too.
Yep, thanks for listening.
It's my friend Rolly Brown. How
This is
about
my
that?
friend Dave Fry.
Thanks. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
What a fantastic night. I just want to offer my heartfelt thanks to our musicians, to Dave and to Rolly, and the chance also to remember with them Bill Staines. What an amazing and special musician he was, and how much we miss him. It's been wonderful to be with you all. I also want to offer a special thanks to our friends here at Morning Star. We could not do this without their support, and it has just been so great for us to be able to work with them with their professionalism and their warmth and their just sense of fun. So thank you so much, guys. Don't forget that we have a concert on April 9th. It was originally April 16, so change your calendar. April 9 for the Bella Silva Folk Collective. And that's going to be an album release party, so it should be a lot of fun. And we've got Cornflower Jam as our opener, so don't miss it. Remember, too, it's still not too late to donate. You can hit that bar on the bottom of your screen and help us keep folk music alive and well till we can all be together again. Blessings, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for coming.